This is La Cucaracha. It's been wrecked about 5 times that we know of, but every time we think we've killed it, it keeps on running. And my son drove this home a couple of years ago, overheated it and said, hey, it's misfiring, it's only doing 40 miles an hour. And we didn't do due diligence at the time on it. We just parked it because he had another car. So we finally came out here today and started working on it. And we started disassembling the valve cover, and one of the spark plugs was completely loose and the coolant looked fresh. So at that point we stopped. We haven't done a compression test on it. I just automatically assumed since he cooked it and, then it started misfiring. Ultima's really bad about popping head gaskets, and I'd bought a head gasket kit for it. But now we're at a point of stepping back and reassessing. We need to do the due diligence. We do need to check and see how it's running. And so the battery was stone dead. I've got a spare battery on my engine run stand. I brought that over. We can't find the key to the car. When stuff like this happens, you owe it to yourself to tackle it as soon as you can and get it fixed. But other life priorities were going on. This car is an utter turd. And so we let it sit for a while, and now we're having to restart on it. But one of the things we discovered when we were in here is it's got this funky fuel connection here. This is one of these spring-loaded clips that everybody's using now. And I used to work at a Nissan dealership back in the late 90s before these cars came out. This is the 2006. And we just had metal pipes with rubber hoses and clamps, and we never had a problem with them. The clamps Nissan used were great. The rubber hoses had silicone in them, so they were long life. We didn't have trouble with that in the fuel system the way they were. The only reason that manufacturers have gone to this is to keep you from working on your own car. And of course, everybody sells a tool for doing this now, so it didn't work. You didn't stop anybody from working on these cars. You've just made it a royal pain for technicians to do this work. And now you wonder why you can't get technicians. Everybody's tired of dealing with this stuff. Make the cars easy to work on, and you'll reap benefits from it. And one of the things that we have self-driving cars are on the horizon. It's going to happen soon. And when that happens, people aren't going to buy cars. You're going to buy a car service. You'll punch up on your phone that you need a car, and the manufacturers will send one to your door. When that happens, the manufacturer's going to own the cars. You're not. And all of a sudden, you're going to see 50-year cars that are designed to be on the road for 50 years. And stuff like this will go away. Everything will be easy to maintain because the people who are making the cars are the same people who are going to have to work on them for the next 50 years. And they don't want to have to build an all brand new car every 5 years just to keep them fresh. They're going to overhaul them. And they're going to make them easy to overhaul. So just keep that in mind. Hopefully the next day or so our trouble right now is we can't find the key for the car. Once we get the key, we're going to fire it up and see how it runs. And if it runs good, we're going to put it back in service. If we have to do a head gasket on it, well, I've got that too.